Coming up on Good Morning Texas, how a laboratory on UT's campus is making advances on brain injury research.
We show you how the products lying around your house can help you clean it.
And we see how Foreverfest is bringing fetch back.
All this and more coming up on Good Morning Texas.
Good morning, Texas. I'm Kian Gass.
And I'm Calli Conti.
And I'm Rachel Robillard. Thanks for joining us on our very last episode of the fall semester. You're in for a special treat because we have some very special guests joining us later on in the show.
Guys, I have to admit, I'm kind of bitter. It's kind of bittersweet. I'm so excited that we're here all together, but this is my last show ever.
I can't believe it's both of their last shows.
Both of our last show ever.
It's weird to think about, you know?
Sad.
I remember being a lowly volunteer and then producing the show for 2 years, and here I am now saying goodbye for the very last time, and it's weird. It's weird to think that it's all coming to an end, you know?
It is weird. I don't like it.
Well, I'll take very good care of it once y'all leave. Y'all will do very, very missed, and you'll have to come and visit.
Oh, absolutely, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
All right, now let's get started. From dementia to concussions on the football field, traumatic brain injury is devastating and has numerous symptoms. I'll show you how UT researchers are taking a different approach to understanding its effects.
A traumatic brain injury can happen in a blink of an eye. Texas number 48, Trey Gonzalez, had his first concussion during football practice.
The best way I can describe it is like you're trying to remember things that you didn't know in the first place. It put me behind a little bit academically, and then football-wise, you know, I was out, so that's a month of reps I wasn't taking and time I missed learning plays and going to workouts.
According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 1.7 million people in the United States suffer a traumatic brain injury every year.
UT is one of 11 sites that will now conduct groundbreaking research on concussions and brain injuries using MRI scans like this one. The research was funded by a $17 million grant from the Department of Defense.
This grant was born out of the frustration that there have been as many as 60 failed trials for traumatic brain injury. Banging your head results in damage, but different damage to different people, and that those different aspects of damage should be treated differently.
Rather than simply trying to find a cure like past studies, researchers will take a step back and try to figure out distinctions between head injuries. Former Texas and NFL player Ahmad Brooks supports this initiative since he too has had a concussion on the football field.
It allows people to have more research, more understanding of what's going on, and if you have that information, you can make a more educated decision on what you choose to do with your body. My only question would be, why did it take so long?
Rachel Robillard, Good Morning Texas.
Now, I learned a lot from doing this package, y'all.
I'm sure.
And Ahmad Brooks was a great interview source. He was awesome, and it was just so fun to be able to interview a former NFL player like that.
That's awesome. This package really just shed a lot of light. I don't know how parents, so I've always wondered how parents let their sons go on the field like that and put themselves in so much danger.
It's a very contact, intense sport that I didn't realize. You know, usually I'm the cheerleader on the side rooting, so I really don't understand all of that head-butting collision, but oh my goodness, football can be very dangerous.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't do anything that can give me a concussion, but it's weird, you know, even just thinking on the player side of things, I think if I were to get just one concussion, I'd be like, all right, that was fun.
Right, I'm out.
That's it.
Right?
You know, it's weird.
Keep
but
themselves back in.
But I think it's cool that UT is, you know, taking the initiative to like do the research to see what this is doing long term, especially when we have people like David Ash who has had so many concussions. So it's cool to see that UT cares about the students' lives, whether it's academic or it's athletic or artistic, no matter what it may be.
Yeah.
And speaking of the arts, actually, there's an evening that will take us back in time here on campus. Jen Ross Piedad gives us a preview of UT's magical dinner.
'Tis a season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la.
Good Morning Texas lets you into rehearsals for UT's annual Magical Dinner, showing viewers what to expect from this must-see fall event.
Magical Dinner is actually a long-standing tradition where you would have a dinner and a show with a set part of the king and queen. That particular tradition made its way here to UT about 30-something odd years ago and has been going on ever since.
The Creative Arts and Theater Committee, through Campus Events and Entertainment, gathers talent from all over UT, with students writing, producing, and directing the show.
It's all us, all students. So I think that the content originality that comes from the students who are on this campus makes it much different than any other dinner that you're going to find.
It's a very silly romp. It's about a prince who's been turned into a wooden puppet and a dragon's been turned into a girl trying to find their respective forms at the same time, foil a sorceress trying to take over the kingdom.
Each year is bound to include new surprises from the cast and crew.
We have a lot more production elements this year. We have a larger team to help the show go along. I think it's the best dinner ever.
To feel like you've transported into a different universe, so that you have one night to just get away from like exams and classes and studying and stuff, and you eat awesome food, you get to dress up if you want to, you interact with these people who are like from a completely different time period.
Ross Piedad, Good Morning Texas.
You can catch the magical experience this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the Texas Union Ballroom. Now, this thing is so cool, you guys. I mean, you really watch it and you really see the students at every step of the way. It is a student production all the way through. It's such a cool thing to be able to be a part of.
Wow, and you said you were a part of something similar in high school.
Yes, I actually was in a magical dinner. I didn't know this was not a thing that was just in my high school, but I guess it's kind of nationwide. But yeah, I was in it, and it really is such a cool experience. And like the package talked about, it takes you into another world. It's not reality. But unfortunately, you know, it is reality is cleaning. And now that the holidays are right around the corner, you don't want to leave your dorm room or apartment messy when leaving Austin for the holidays. So I have some cheap and easy cleaning tips for the busy college student.
For us college students, cleaning might not always come as your first or even second or third priority. But we're here today to show you some quick and easy tricks that will get your apartment clean in no time. So let's go check it out. So we're going to show you how to get those annoying stickers off of packages or anything you have that just won't come off. So all you need is coconut oil and baking soda. All you need is equal servings of both coconut oil and baking soda. Then you can use this as a paste to scrub off any sort of residue that you have on your surface. So now all you have to do is take some of your paste, put it on a paper towel or something like that, put it on your label that you can't get off, let it sit for like a minute or two, and then it should be gone in just a minute. Voila, you have a perfectly clean slate. So the second trick we're going to show you is how to clean your sink using just citrus and baking soda. For this one, simply cut a lemon or lime or any sort of citrus fruit, dip it into some baking soda, and thoroughly scrub your sink with it. When you rinse it off, you should have a squeaky clean and shiny sink. So now we have our beautiful clean sink. So this is one of my personal favorite tricks because I never have a duster and always forget to get one at the store, but you can simply use a dryer sheet as a fill-in. Dryer sheets are great because they can take the dust off of any surface without the particles flying everywhere. So there you go, you got a perfectly clean printer. So cleaning your hardwood floor can be a big task to undertake, but I have a little trick too. Just Swiffer the parts that people walk on because these are the parts that are naturally the most dirty, which makes sense. By using your Swiffer only over the areas that people walk on most, it not only saves you time, but it also makes your floors look instantly much cleaner. So hopefully now you've learned some quick and easy tricks and you'll be ready to clean your house in no time. Calli Conti, Good Morning Texas.
This was a really fun package to do. I got to learn little tidbits that I had no idea could help you. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I need to take some of my own advice because my apartment is not as clean as it made it seem in that package. But.
And how did you learn how to do this awesome things? Like, I feel like you can go on Pinterest nowadays and just look up, I need to get this taken off. And
yep. I think I used some BuzzFeed website.
Oh, you can get everything on BuzzFeed.
I love BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
No, I know for sure I'll have to rewatch that because if anyone were to look into my apartment right now, it would look like a war zone here.
Yeah, I know.
Very embarrassing.
And there were a lot more than just the ones we talked about. There were lists and lists of all these cool tricks. So.
Things that everyone should be doing, like a normal human being.
Right, but we don't really have time, so whatever. This helps you.
Yeah.
Well, don't go anywhere because coming up next, a look at this week's weather forecast.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. We have Jan Ross in the News and Weather Center to tell us what's happening in the news for this week. Jan Ross.
Thanks, Rachel. UT will soon offer a Doctorate of Nursing practice degree. The University of Texas System Board of Regents recently approved the School of Nursing's program designed to help prepare graduates with clinical and leadership skills. This would be the first DNP program in Central Texas and 12th in the state. Although the new addition has yet to be approved by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, its first dozen students are set to start with the program in fall 2015. Although the much-anticipated Apple Watch release isn't expected until next spring, it may already be facing some competition. Intel's gadget Mica, or My Intelligent Communications Accessory, is a smart bracelet synced up to personal accounts, apps, and yes, even text messages. The smart bracelet is targeting ladies on the go who are looking to keep connected. In partnership with the global brand Opening Ceremony, Intel plans to launch this piece of wearable technology at the price of $495. It will be available just in time for the holiday season. Now, how about this? Who would have thought that vape would be Oxford Dictionary's choice for 2014 Word of the Year? Lexicographers chose the shortened version for vaporize because of the popularity behind e-cigarettes as an alternative to traditional smoking. On Oxford's shortlist are normcore, slacktivist, and of course, before all else, our favorite word, bae. Thanks for all your morning news. Back to you guys.
Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I know I use the word bae all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, I don't go that
Wednesday.
far, but that's particularly like that.
I have to say I'm a little addicted to that word, so I can definitely see why it would make it up there to the top of that list.
Yeah, and vape. Vape to be
It's
the word of
going
choice.
everywhere now, you know?
Right. I know. I personally, the Doctorate of Nursing degree, that's so exciting.
It is. It'll be cool to see that UT is continuing to push itself forward.
Right. I think that's been long overdue, so that's exciting.
Very, very true. And how's our weather looking this week, Jan Ross?
Well, Austinites are adjusting to the cold quite nicely. Winter clothes are coming out of storage, and those cold weather boots, I've got to say, are everywhere and never fail to look fashionable. Enjoy this Wednesday, folks, because it's looking to be a sunny with a high of 65 and a low of 48. Watch out for that wind, though, heading southwest at 11 miles per hour. Tomorrow afternoon shows a 40% chance of rain in the 60s, leading to scattered thunderstorms on Friday with a high of 74, low of 36, and the 63, and lots of humidity. There's an advisory for potentially severe thunderstorms this Saturday with guaranteed rain during daylight, but it's all meant to calm back down on Sunday. Sunny with a high of 78 and a low of 49. Looks like it's going to be another eventful week for the weather, so keep your umbrella handy. Stay warm and dry out there.
Thank you, Jan Ross. I'm just so excited for some warmer weather. I cannot handle the 30s. I mean, we're in Texas, and I'm in my mittens and scarf, and oh my goodness, speaking of that, my mom just sent me a new hat. It has Bevo on it. It's just like a little hope you stay warm present. Thank you, Mom, for the awesome Bevo hat. I'm wearing it around the house.
I personally have like 3 coats and 4 scarves that I've just been recycling over and over because I don't have enough stuff.
You know, I think the issue is that I think we just got blindsided by this weather. I wasn't ready for it. My jackets were still home. The really interesting thing to me, though, is that I read that actually we had freezing weather in all 50 states. In all 50 states this past week. So I think a lot of people will be looking forward to having some warmer weather.
Unfortunate rain, but at least we'll get some warmer weather.
Absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
Well, when we return, we'll show you who we met during Foreverfest. It was so fresh.
Can't happen. Stay tuned for more Good Morning Texas. Draft House presented the 2nd annual Foreverfest, which brought the stars of everyone's favorite movies to town.
That's right. A few of the stars of the 2004 hit Mean Girls talked to us about the influence of the movie 10 years later.
Even though there's really hilarious parts of the movie, it's still authentic to what it's like to go through high school as a girl. I think that's a big part of it. And the other part is just the script. Like, it's so quotable. I mean, I feel like every single moment in this film has become an animated GIF on the internet.
Well, after our first year, we were just really excited that there are more women than ourselves that wanted to attend the kinds of movies and events and parties that Forever Fest provided. So I think that we're just really optimistic in knowing that other people want to do this. Let's build up a really great year and go into year 2.
Everyone went to high school, and so everyone can relate to it. It was done so well where every single person that's alive, that's gone to high school, knows what it's like to have those cliques and those tables where they sit at different tables at lunch. Like, everyone's went through it.
And I think Mean Girls is like that general thing, because you watch it and say, oh, so wait, I'm not the only one. And, oh, okay, there's that person who's best friend. And everybody can kind of identify with different characters, for better or for worse, but they can still identify with different characters. And I think that, we all want to know that we're not the only ones going through it.
Well, I mean, Tina Fey's writing is pretty badass, right? And I just think that, it was the right team at the right time. Great director, Mark Waters, and amazing casting director, Marcy Leroff, and the people that put it all together.
I really think that they just hit it on the nail there. I mean, I think obviously the script. I mean, that's what you see online all the time. People just quoting it every single day. That's got to be the reason why it's
still quoting. I am so jealous of y'all. Mean Girls is hands down one of my favorite movies.
gosh.
And I will admit, I mean, Aaron Samuels, his hair does look sexy pushed back. So
I'm so jealous to meet Jonathan Bennett.
He was a Hamlet. I can tell you that.
I love it. And we also got to sit down with the writer and actors of Amira and Sam. Take a look.
Hey you guys, this is Calli Conti with Good Morning Texas, and we're here at the Alamo Draft House on South Lamar, interviewing the cast and director of Amira and Sam, which is an independent film that comes out on January 30th.
My inspiration was just to challenge perceptions about immigrants and veterans. I feel like in today's society, both immigrants and veterans are marginalized, and so I don't think that's right. I feel like so I wanted to take a comedic look, at a veteran coming home. All these veterans coming home from war movies are all about veterans grappling with post-traumatic stress. So I wanted to kind of flip the script and say, what if the veteran comes home from war and he's fine, but the country lost its mind?
We also got the chance to sit down with love interest co-stars Martin Starr and Dina Shahabi about their chemistry throughout the process.
We met during rehearsals. I'd come out a week before, not even a week before, maybe four days before we started shooting, and I had my birthday, and I had a bunch of friends out, and I met Dina the day before that, and I don't know, we just went over some of the scenes and kind of talked everything out initially, and luckily we got along like gangbusters. It was just real smooth and easy. There wasn't much to, there wasn't the availability of having any false moments, because there was a genuine connection, I think, that we feel for one another as human beings. So it was easy to parlay that into the chemistry that we use in the movie.
Okay, I have to say, so I did see the movie, but after interviewing them, and I'm glad I saw it after, because I would have been starstruck in that room. They are incredible actors, and the movie was phenomenal.
Yeah, we saw that Martin Starr was in it, and he just seems to be in everything these days, popping up on TV shows and movies, so it's cool. It's awesome.
It is. I love that, and it's so awesome. Now, don't go anywhere. When y'all come back, we have a special in-studio segment with the Ransom Notes when we return.
Stay tuned for more Good Morning Texas.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. With us this morning, we have a premier co-ed a cappella group called the Ransom Notes, with a repertoire covering everything from Marvin Gaye to Sarah Bareilles, Adele to the Beach Boys. The Ransom Notes is a uniquely diverse musical group that will soon provide us with a live musical experience like no other. Welcome, y'all.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Woohoo! Good morning, good morning. And we have David here, and I'm going to ask him some questions. So, how did the Ransom Notes get started?
So the Ransom Notes was founded in 1996 by two Plant 2 students who lived in Dobie, who loved music, and they wanted to get an a cappella group started. So they went ahead and founded the Ransom Notes, and we were the first co-ed a cappella group on campus.
Awesome, and y'all are such a select group. There's only 12 of y'all.
Yes,
How
there's
many?
12, and we're missing a couple people, so
Okay.
I actually have 16 total.
16 total,
Yes.
so very exclusive. And so how can one become a part of the Ransom Notes?
We have auditions every semester. We go ahead and just have you perform a solo and sing with us as well, so we kind of get a feel of what you would sound like with the group, and turns out everyone sounds great with each other, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful way to get to know each other.
Yeah, right. And so what has the Ransom Notes accomplished this year?
We've actually just debuted our new album, Building and Breaking. We had a huge Kickstarter for it, and we had so many generous donators, and we want to thank them all so much, from alumni to family and friends. And so you can find that on iTunes and Louder, and it's got 12 songs.
12
it's going to be great. Yeah.
Awesome. And will y'all be singing one of those songs?
Actually, this is a little older song, but it's a Ransom Notes classic. It's one of our favorites. It has a great energy.
So excited. And so when is the next concert? When can we come out and see y'all?
We actually have a concert in about 2 weeks on December 5th, the last day of school, 7 p.m. in the Union Theater. And we're going to sing our entire repertoire, so we hope to see everyone there.
That is awesome. And then how can viewers find out more about the Ransom Notes?
We have an online website, ransomnotes.org. We have a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over social media. So just follow us on anything, and we usually update everything from online.
I love it. Well, welcome early this morning. Y'all are here, and I really appreciate it. So the Ransom Notes are about to take over and sing us a couple tunes.
Thank you.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. One time.
Good morning, Texas.
I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Whoa, 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 la, 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 whoa, whoa, la, whoa, la, 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 la,
you.
Wow. That was beautiful. Thank you so much, all of y'all, for coming on so early in the morning to give us a bright way to start our day. I was just amazed at all of y'all. Y'all are a beautiful, beautiful group, physically and vocally. So thank y'all so much for joining us. It was a very special treat to have y'all. All right, Kian and Calli, what is going on over there?
Well, that's all we have for today, so thanks for tuning in for our last show of the semester. For more Good Morning Texas throughout the week, you can follow us on Twitter at GoodMorningTX.
And for our very last time, have a marvelous morning.